What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and last night, a ridiculous expose aired from the show that only boomers who have fallen asleep after dinner in their recliner and forgotten to turn off the television even count as a viewer for. 60 Minutes, trashing YouTube, trashing YouTubers. Two of the richest and most powerful women in the country getting together to decide what the plebs should be allowed to watch. The interview itself basically boiled down to multi-millionaire elite media news anchor and multi-millionaire YouTube CEO going back and forth about why YouTube hasn't censored more and why they haven't removed more content. To put things in perspective, the person running the interview, her name is Leslie Stahl. She is both a journalist and actor. Nowadays, that's the same thing. And her net worth is $40 million. Make no mistake about it, dying news media, legacy media, hates YouTube because people get their news from neckbeards in their basements or beanie wearing dudes in their offices or any number of other places which have zero production costs, can produce videos faster, and don't have large corporation donations to worry about. People, while having their biases, it's much easier to find somebody who tries to remain unbiased than turning on one of the main 5 networks. In America anyway, their allegiances are clear. Now, today it spawned several articles. 60 Minutes appearance. YouTube CEO offers a masterclass in moral equivalency. And then we have 60 Minutes grills YouTube CEO. Why aren't you censoring more people? Now, when we look at this several sections of the interview, I don't want to play any of it at the risk of having this video suppressed. I don't want to give them any reason to take this down, and I hope that if you are enjoying this work, that you remember to leave a like on the video, to comment on it, and to share it out. Twitter, Facebook, Minds, Gab, just one place. It's an absolutely free thing to do, and it is the most powerful way you can help spread the channel and spread the word. You can look at 60 Minutes putting out a few clips last night. How does YouTube determine videos are too hateful or bad for the site? The company's CEO shows us some examples. Now, it shows an example of basically an advocacy group exposing the way that some detainees are being treated, and that video being left up. And then a video depicting Mr. Hankety-clankety half mustache guy that they took down simply because of a watermark in the lower right-hand side of the screen. It was an attempt to show some sort of nuance in the way YouTube removes videos. They then go and put out this, which, as you can see, is getting properly ratioed. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki tries to police the site while maintaining an open platform, but the company's commitment to free speech can lead to a narrow definition of what videos are considered harmful. Now, if you take the mainstream media's narrative, any video, in my opinion, that removes a possible viewer from their market is harmful in their opinion. Now, that's not how they'll word it. They'll say things like, look, these documents are not, you can't examine them. You can't read these leaks. We, the news purveyors, the protector of the people, we can do it. You listen to us and you watch our ads and you consume our bias. Now, you see the way 60 Minutes handles it. YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice, but the site's open platform has opened the door to hate. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki tells Leslie Stahl, one millionaire telling another millionaire, what the company's doing about it. This is part and parcel. This is every year, several times a year. Mainstream media looks at their ratings, they look at their advertising dollars, and they realize that more and more people are tuning out. To grasp the phenomenal scale of YouTube, consider that people spend 1 billion hours watching videos on it every day. It's the most used social network in the US. More queries are typed in the website search bar than anywhere online except for Google. That's correct. The number one search engine in the world is Google, and the number two is YouTube. But the site has come under increasing scrutiny, accused of propagating the Supremes, peddling conspiracies, and profiting from it all. They recently agreed to pay a record $170 million to settle allegations that they targeted kids with ads. YouTube is being forced to concentrate on cleansing the site. Interesting word that you use. And then in their sizzle reel, they basically picked some of the biggest the biggest polarizing personalities on the platform. They showed a clip of Lauren Southern, who, as far as I know, doesn't even produce videos anymore. They showed a clip of Nick Fuentes saying some crazy things. I don't know. But the point is, in the very same interview where you talk about just the enormous amount of video content uploaded to the site, you also cherry-picked 2 tiny sentences out of context and used it to try and prove your point. That kind of thing only works on people who aren't paying attention. Now, we visited the company's headquarters in San Bruno, California to meet Susan, the 51-year-old CEO in charge of nurturing the site's creativity, taming the hate, and handling the chaos. Susan says, we have 500 hours of video uploaded every minute to YouTube. Millionaire Leslie Stahl says, say that again. Millionaire Susan Wojcicki says, so we have 500 hours of video uploaded every minute. Millionaire Leslie Stahl says, that's breathtaking. Millionaire Susan Wojcicki says, it is. We have a lot of video and a lot of influence on lives and how we pass our time. Over 1 billion people listen to music on YouTube every month, and it's the planet's top site. The children's channel, there's a children's channel with over 44 billion views. Millionaire Leslie Stahl says, do you let your children watch YouTube, including the young ones? Millionaire Susan Wojcicki says, so I allow my younger kids to use YouTube Kids, but I limit the amount of time they're on it. I think too much of anything is not a good thing, but there's a lot you can learn on YouTube. I think about how YouTube in many ways is a global library. You want to see any historical speech, you can see it. You want to be able to learn a language. Millionaire Leslie Stahl, make a souffle, something that, almost none of us normies have even eaten. Millionaire Susan Wojcicki says, want to laugh, you just want something funny? A souffle, oh yeah, cooking. There's a great example. They go on to just give you more fluff and fluff. Wojcicki invited us to the weekly all-staff meeting. She's surprisingly down to earth. For one of the most powerful people in Silicon Valley, where her trajectory started in an unlikely way, one that I don't care about. Look, Susan earned her keep. She got where she got because she earned it. Nobody's saying that she didn't. Facebook is seeing a lot of controversy because it refuses to take down a Trump ad about Biden, which isn't true. Why would you run that ad? Millionaire Susan Wojcicki. So that ad is an ad. Right now would not be a violation of our policies. Millionaire Leslie Stahl says, is it on YouTube right now? Millionaire Susan Wojcicki says, it has been on YouTube. Millionaire Leslie Stahl, can a politician lie on YouTube? Oh my God! Politicians lying on YouTube? Heavens to Murgatroyd! Who could have foreseen this? Millionaire Leslie Stahl apparently shocked that people lie. In specific, politicians. And you know what's interesting? The day after this piece released, right? Anybody else notice this? 12 hours ago, Google and YouTube removed 300 Trump campaign ads. What a coincidence! Oh, it just must be a coincidence. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Google and YouTube have removed 300 campaign ads, mostly over the last summer, for violating terms policies. 60 Minutes reported Sunday evening. We found very little transparency in the transparency report, the 60 Minutes report said. Context: YouTube has not removed a controversial ad that pushes misleading claims about Joe Biden. Well, I can't honestly say I've seen a single political ad that I believed was honest. If you believe they're honest, you're an idiot. YouTube President Susan Wojcicki told CBS that despite the ad's inaccuracies, they didn't violate the platform's policy. So who could have foreseen? Who could have foreseen what maybe this was about? Now, look, I don't care if you like Trump or not. I don't care about your political leanings, my viewers. And I hope that you don't care about mine. I hope that together we can put all that aside for a minute and discuss important things. In this particular case, the clear bias that places like 60 Minutes is demanding YouTube do. And how do they leverage it? Well, they find some obscure videos and then they pretend to be offended. For every single video, I think it's really important to look at. Politicians are always accusing their opponents of lying. That said, it's not okay to have a technically manipulated content that would be misleading. For example, there was a video uploaded of Nancy Pelosi. It was slowed down just enough. Oh, this is the thing, the deep fake thing. They also talked about how people weren't allowed to say the whistleblowers. In 2016 election cycle, YouTube failed to detect Russian trolls who posted over 1,100 videos, almost all meant to influence African Americans, like this video. Yet nobody produces propaganda at all. YouTube is an open platform, and you can upload a video, so the site has been used to spread disinformation, vile conspiracies, and hate. Susan Wojcicki: this event was unique because it was really made for internet type thing. They're talking about the NZ situation, which we can't talk about on YouTube apparently. Funny cat videos. Millionaire Leslie Stahl talking about cat videos. Are you worried that dark things are beginning to define YouTube? Susan: I think it's incredibly important that we have a responsibility framework that has been in my #1 priority. We're removing content that violates our policies. We removed in just the last quarter 9 million videos. Leslie: you recently tightened your policy on hate speech. By the way, that's a made-up word. Millionaire Susan Wojcicki: Millionaire Leslie Stahl: why'd you wait so long? Millionaire Susan Wojcicki: well, we've had the policies since the very beginning of YouTube, and Leslie, but pretty ineffective. Translation: you haven't deleted enough videos. You deleted 9 million videos, but that's not enough. We want more. We want more control over what the plebs see. I don't want to go too I don't know how to say this. I don't want to get too serious because most of my videos are sarcastic and have a bit of levity, but this is very important. This is an important exchange, okay? That's exactly what Leslie Stahl and 60 Minutes is saying here. We want more control over what the masses see. We don't want people to be able to consume information freely. We want you to censor more of it. And they're using this, but there's misinformation as a red herring. They're pretending that that's why they care, but you can read this exchange and make up your own mind. I don't care where your leanings are politically and what aisle you find yourself in. It doesn't matter. It is absolutely, positively not good for anybody to have an elite class of people deciding the content you're allowed to consume. 60 Minutes, you can kiss the fattest part of my butt. My friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take a minute to share it around. The more you dig into it, the more ridiculous things you'll find in this interview. It is absolutely, unequivocally, an attempt to control, an attempt to censor, and we must fight back against it. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.